Hi Libra, let's do a love reading for you. I have 2 tarot decks and 2 oracle decks that we will work with, and I'm going to do a 4-layered spread just to try to capture as much of the energy as we can between you and your person. So we're starting with 10 of Cups, Temperance, Knight of Swords, the Chariot, 9 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, the Empress, 7 of Swords, King of Pentacles, 6 of Cups. Under this deck is 2 of Wands. So then I'm going to take 6 of these inner child oracles. So we have choose yourself today. You are wanted. Be still. Breathe in. Go on an adventure. Emotions are the reflection. Underneath this deck, there is hope ahead. So then we'll get 6 of these tarot cards to add our 3rd layer. 4 of Wands, 6 of Wands, Page of Swords, the Fool, the Chariot, Queen of Pentacles, coming in with that King of Pentacles. Under this deck is the Wheel of Fortune, and then we're going to take 2 of these Alice cards, so then we can really get into it, Libra. So there's Wake Up, Investigate, and under this deck is Manage to be Glad. So right off of the surface energy, Libra, I am getting that you're losing hope in the situation. You feel like it's stuck. You feel like it's not growing. You feel like you can't be happy in this situation. It sort of feels like you have to create your own happiness in this situation. Or maybe you're both feeling that way. You both could be feeling like you want to make a change of plans, not necessarily in a different direction, but I do feel that you're both losing hope, you're losing courage, you're losing heart, it feels stuck. It feels very stuck and unhappy. But I also get the sense that you both want this, and so you want to both come at this in a different way. So let's get into this. So the energy that exists between the two of you is the 7 of Swords, Go on an adventure, the Chariot, and Investigate. So I feel like this relationship is meant to happen, that it's inevitable, but there's still a lot that you have to do. Like there's a lot of work that has to be done. The 7 of Swords is saying that you both are kind of avoiding something. You may be avoiding emotions. You might be avoiding communicating. You might just be tiptoeing around each other. But I feel like you need to, there is a call for you to use your intuition and your intellect in this. I get the sense that this is a lack of communication. Then we have Go on an adventure, the Chariot, and Investigate. So this Investigate is giving me kind of similar vibes that this 7 of Swords is giving me, to talk to each other, ask questions, to try to learn more about each other and what's going on in the situation instead of avoiding the situation. This is giving me the feeling of the elephant in the room, or something being swept under the rug, where this is saying, but be more curious about each other and talk to each other. Same with the Go on an adventure. Today is the day to try something daring. So this is just saying, move towards each other in a way that you have never done before. Go on an adventure is giving me similar energy as the 2 of Wands, that you would both like to try to do this differently. That you know the way it's worked in the past is not working. And so there is a call for you to do it differently. And I think that is driving this Chariot straight towards each other and try to find that balance so that the two of you can really come together in a way that you're meant to. So in your person's feelings, we have Two of Pentacles and breathe in. So it feels to me like your person is trying to multitask between coming towards you, but also being still. And perhaps they do meditate, perhaps they do practice breath work, but if they don't actually do that, this just could be that they're being still, that their feelings, they're trying to just be present. They're trying to really see the situation for what it is. They're recognizing the situation for what it is. And it may be quiet, but they are very much wanting to advance this situation. And I think they understand the importance of the connection. Their actions towards you are the Empress and the Fool. They want to grow. They want to expand. They want to take actions. These are their actual actions. They want to take a risk on you and they want to grow with you. And they are doing, at least the cards are telling me, they are doing those things. And if they haven't started this, then they're about to. They would very much like to take this risk with you. This breathe in makes me feel like they've done a lot of their shadow work, that they've they're fluid with their shadow. They're moving with their shadow where maybe it was stuck before, because we have the Wheel of Fortune under the deck, that maybe what was stagnant and stuck before, they've done a lot of work. This breathe in is telling me that they have done a lot of work on themselves. We're seeing choose yourself today, so we'll get to that in a minute. But I do really get the sense that this person has grown a lot, understands a lot, maybe understands what they did wrong. Perhaps there's even grieving that they went through with the breathe in and the Two of Pentacles. Maybe they lost you, or maybe they almost lost you, and it really sparked their spiritual growth. And so I do think that they are going to come towards you in a very expansive and free way. The Fool is someone who has the experience but doesn't carry the baggage. The Fool has one little knapsack in the traditional deck across his back, and that is it. It's like if your person brought baggage to this situation, they no longer have that, and they're ready to make this grow with you. And that is what their intentions. Well, I don't know about their intentions. We'll get to that in a second, but I already can see that their intentions are good. So spoiler, your person has great intentions. They've done some healing and they're ready to come towards you with the Empress and the Fool. So this all looks like whatever was stuck is not going to be stuck. But let's look at you. In your feelings, you have the Six of Cups, and emotions are the reflection. So you, I think, feel like you want to see the deeper meaning in this. The Six of Cups can be about having hope for something from your past, something coming back around, a reunion sometimes. So I do feel like you're looking for the deeper meaning about why you were stuck. Why did this wheel not turn? Why did you have to create your own happiness in this situation? You may have even felt alone in the situation. You might have lost hope. You might have thought about doing something else or going somewhere else, but you've had time to really feel into those emotions. And the more you feel into your emotions, the more healing you're going to do. And I think that you are gaining a perspective that there was a deeper meaning for all of this to happen, that you were meant to be stuck, that perhaps the universe put you on pause purposefully so that you both could learn. Your actions are both the King and Queen of Pentacles. I love this because the King and Queen of Pentacles tells me that you also have done your healing. I can see it here. And that you're coming in a very balanced, your yin and your yang energy are very balanced, but you're coming towards this person in a very stable, very nurturing, very loyal, very reliable way. And whatever kind of rough patch you went through here, which I can see that you did, it's healing. You both have healed yourselves, or at least you've done a lot of the healing, which is probably why the universe is now going to start moving this wheel for you. So your person sees you as Temperance and the Four of Wands. So your person sees you as very fair, very balanced. They might see you as a highly spiritual person. You might be a highly spiritual person, but they also see you as their Four of Wands. They want to create with you. They want to make foundations with you. They want to go through milestones with you. They want to co-create with you. And they see that about you. They see that you are that person that they can do that with. You see them as the Chariot and the Page of Swords. So we see the Chariot here too. So you might actually see them as the glue that keeps you together, that they might be a stronger communicator than you are. Flip these if you need to, and certainly cross watchers, feel free to flip this however you need to. But the Page of Swords is a very strong communicator, but also someone who's ready for action. And the Page of Swords is an action card, and the Chariot is an action card. And so this is very clearly telling me that you see your person correctly, that they are ready to move. They're ready to go with the flow. They're ready to take a risk. They're ready to grow, and you see them as such. And it may be with the Chariot being here and here that your person was the impetus in putting this back together, where maybe you with the Two of Wands said, you know what, I might have to move on from this because this is not making me happy and it's stuck and it's stagnant. But maybe your person kept holding on and holding on and holding on and holding on. And now you could be saying, well, it's because of that I'm even still here, in order to see that this could blossom into a really beautiful thing. So your person's intentions are the 10 of Cups and choose yourself today. Your person feels very healed to me. It feels like your person has gone through it, but I'm also getting the sense that they're ready to get back to you now in the right way. I just heard setting a date, so make that make sense for you. They could be planning a proposal or a wedding date, or maybe just a date, going out on a date, but I heard that, so make that make sense. But your person has chosen themselves, and now they are ready to make you happy. That is a healed person. This is as healed as it gets. Once you heal your own wounds, everyone has to put themselves first in order to then present themselves correctly in any relationship. So this tells me that perhaps your person in the past may not have known their own self-value, might not have known their own self-importance. And when that happens, you fall short in relationships. You sabotage, you bring too little, you feel insecure. There's all kinds of things that can happen when you don't value yourself. This is a person who now values themselves, which is why they can put everything that they have, 10 of Cups, into this situation with you. And that is in their intentions. In your intentions, wow, very similar energies, because you're showing up as the 9 of Cups. Well, the 9 of Cups is the exact same energy as choose yourself today. So the 9 of Cups is about your own self gratification, satisfaction, getting what you want because you put yourself first, which is exactly what we're talking about. Once you put yourself first, that's when your own happiness and joy can come in. That's when your playfulness can come in. That's when you can engage with each other. You can get back to that honeymoon phase that may have fallen short for you guys. And your intentions are also to be still. Cultivate a space of stillness and silence to just be. Allow this person to come towards you in the way that you need them to, and the way that they are going to. You are very stable and secure. You are still, you're listening, you're compassionate, you're open to them, and they are taking this huge leap towards you. They showed up as the action cards, so they are coming. They are coming. Whether you like it or not, they are. But I get the sense that you are allowing this to happen. You're going with the flow. You're just like the river, the water moving through the rocks in the river. They don't stop the water doesn't stop when it hits a rock. It keeps flowing around it, right? That's a very important analogy, I think, lately, but in this reading, that you're just going with the flow. You're allowing your person to change and to heal. And I think that you can see that. You definitely see them coming towards you. So the energy that keeps the two of you together are the Knight of Swords, You Are Wanted, 6 of Wands, and Wake Up. Well, the 6 of Wands and Wake Up are very similar energies, that this is your moment. This is your time to shine. I think both of you are feeling the shift in the energy. You both are really feeling that there has something changed without you really seeing it. I think both of you did some deep emotional healing separately and quietly. So you both really didn't see this coming, but it's like now you're coming together in a much stronger and more meaningful way. It's like there's a life force energy behind you two now that was not there before because it was so stuck and stagnant. But with this You Are Wanted card, you both feel like home to each other. You trust each other. You know that you want each other. There's a deep love, a very steadfast love with this 39 You Are Wanted. I felt the urge to say 39, so that might be important, a significant number. And then the Knight of Swords is this communication again. The Knight of Swords is my straight shooter. My Knight of Swords is the one who never lies. My Knight of Swords is the one who tells the truth even if you don't want to hear it. But they also stand up for themselves and they speak their truth, but they do it respectfully. They do it compassionately. There's no attachment to the outcome with the Knight of Swords. They just do it. And so I feel like, again, there's this message of communication is really going to be the thing that changes everything. Where right now it looks like you're both avoiding communication. I think that once your person comes towards you with the Empress and the Fool, and also your person is coming towards you with the Page of Swords and the Chariot, I think your person is coming towards you and is going to say a lot. They're going to say all the things that they've been avoiding saying. And I think that's the thing that's going to really get this wheel turning and get the two of you out of this really stuck energy. Because I do feel like you guys have both done so much healing. This is meant to be, Libra. It's very clear to me. And I think your person is charging towards you now, ready to speak their truth. And I think you're going to be open to it and you're going to listen. And I think you're just going to go from there. So there you go, Libra. That is your love reading. Will you please let me know how this was resonant for you? Consider subscribing to the channel if you like my vibe, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.